Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be checking out Chaos Zero Nightmare. So this is going to be a showcase, and I haven't seen much of this game, and I kind of wanted to check it out because I seen a little bit on Twitter, and I was like, damn, this actually looks kind of fun. So they did this live stream. It was about an hour long. We're not going to watch the entire thing. I'm just going to kind of go over this cinematic that they have, and then we'll kind of look at some of the different gameplay and give my opinion on it. I think this one looks pretty promising, though, so let's go ahead and jump straight into this little cinematic, and then we'll kind of give our thoughts on that. But I seen like a glimpse of this. I was like, damn, the animation actually looks pretty damn clean. And the characters look pretty cool too. I'm kind of a sucker for like these anime intros or like kind of like more animations and stuff. It's kind of cool. Like I'm like, damn, I'm like a huge anime fan. So anytime I see the animations in actual anime style like this, I'm like, ooh, catch my eye. I got to give it a little bit of respect. That shit's dope, dude. Look at it. I remember kind of looking over this a little bit just to see if I was even going to make a video. And I seen like this scene. I think I was like, damn, I got to make a video. Damn, dude. The characters all look pretty good so far too. The monsters is what really kind of got me going. Like the enemies and shit, those look pretty dope. You know how we are all about like post-apocalyptic, like world's decay. Like that's our storyline. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Honkai. This little section here. So I think this is where they kind of talk just a little bit about like, you know, this is like the intro screen or something like that. I'm not too interested in this part just because like if we ever get into the beta or whatever, we'll talk about that. But I want to jump to gameplay. So the gameplay is kind of what caught my eye. So this is, from what I understand, kind of like a turn-based card system. And this is pretty dope. I mean, it's been a minute since we've seen a card game like this or like something that uses cards like this. And it looks pretty well done. Now, I know some people are off about the chibis when it comes to the models. You can tell that, you know, there are chibis over there. But I don't really mind it. You know, we play Arknight, so I've always been kind of like, you know, I could care less. As long as the gameplay is fun, I don't really give a shit what they actually look like. And I kind of like the idea that they come onto screen and then they're able to do their attacks or whatever. And I think the ults are a little bit different. But they kind of talk about some different zones that they have and some different stuff. It looks like they have all kinds of different modes that we can actually do and like experience with, which is super cool with these kind of games. But these are cool. Like, look at that. Look at the little graphic here and like the little transitions and stuff. It's kind of cool to see the transitions between the chibi into like, you know, more 2D model-esque type of stuff. It kind of like seems like there's not too much gameplay. Like, I don't know, man, dude. I like the UI. Dude, I don't know, dude. I'm just like kind of in it. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. You know, I'm just like, I look at some of the different models and stuff and like just the design for it. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude, this looks super cool. I'm going to kind of mute him. Look at that boss, dude. That is crazy looking. It's like, it looks insane. And then they're able to kind of like walk through stuff. I don't know. I like the graphics, actually. I think they're pretty cool. Like the gameplay seems simplistic in this aspect, but the card system seems to be pretty layered from what I've been able to gather from like watching a little bit of this. See, like you can kind of do different stuff, like, and they cost what seems to be like EP is what it looks like. So some of them are 0, some of them are 1, 2, and I'm guessing certain traits and abilities probably determine like which one of these are like, you know, maybe this is a lower cost because of a certain character or something like that, or maybe you're able to stack your deck in a certain way. I kind of like that stuff. It builds a layer of like strategy to it that you don't see a lot in turn-based. Well, I don't want to say that there's not a lot of strategy in turn-based. It's like a different type of strategy for turn-based. Maybe I'll put it that way. It's just like another little layer, you know, something to kind of be mindful of. And I wonder how much you can build these decks, or if they're you know, they come with like the kit of the character, you know. I'm kind of interested to see how much of this stuff is just based on a character or like you're actually making these decks. You know what I mean? These would be kind of dope. Like a character just has a couple of different things they can do. And then you can kind of choose, like the designs are pretty cool. But yeah, they don't dive too much into the gameplay. I wish I would have seen a little bit more gameplay, but I think that they have like a pre-register and stuff. And they're also doing a collab, I think with HoloLive or HaloLive. HoloLive? Maybe that's HoloLive. I think it says here at the end, but no, this game looks pretty good, dude. Like, there's a lot of cool aspects to it. I mean, obviously we won't know until, yeah, there we go. But there's a lot of cool things that I just started to notice. And the designs are peak, dude. It reminds me just of some fun, you know, just some good old strategy with a lot of cool animations. The story looks dope from what I've been able to see. Obviously, we haven't been able to read or like kind of experience the story. But if there's any level of it to this where like the storytelling's going on here, I want to see what's going on. Like I like these little intros and trailers because it gives me like, what's going on, dude? What kind of world is this? Why are these people like beating the shit out of this stuff? Like, I don't know. And the mobs like give me a lot of like, damn, where the hell did they come from? I think it's cool. Like you can tell like a cool story just from like the different monsters that they use, because it's like, how do they get that way? Are they like humans that are corrupted? Or are they just like monsters that spawned? Like, I don't know, dude. You can tell a lot by the mob design. I think it's very, very cool. And all the characters thus far look like they have some practicality to them, and they have a lot of different things that they can do. So hopefully it translates to the card system of the gameplay. I know turn-based isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I think this has potential to be something at least fun, if not just something we can kind of try and see what's going on and maybe, you know, get a little bit into and talk about some different stuff. But overall, I think it's going to be at least something to be mindful of or kind of looking for. It does look like it's going to have some sort of like beta or something like that. I haven't really looked too much into it, but if there is one, hopefully we get in, hopefully we're able to check it out. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. You know, I just want to give my 2 cents on this one. If you guys enjoy it or want to see more of it, definitely let me know by liking, commenting, subscribing, all the different stuff. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Have a good rest of your night, guys. Peace.